Hey John, yeah, that deal was all right. We made about 50 to 60,000 on it. I was hoping to make about 100,000 on it, but sometimes you just gotta kind of take what you can get. But the deal was great, and oh, wait, hey John, I gotta go. I'll call you back. Hey, what's up guys? My bad, I did not see you guys there, man. Welcome back to another video. That was just a joke. My name is Divij Vaswani. Welcome back to another episode of the YouTube channel. Today we are talking about one of my favorite topics in the world, which we also talked about yesterday, and that is the concept of real estate and how you can leverage real estate to really make a lot of money. So this right here is about $20,000. This $20,000 was made flipping properties. So I'm gonna give you guys some insight into. So the key is, how do you make $20,000, right? And the key is, you wanna make this really as quick as you can. You wanna make it in a week if you can. You wanna make it in a month if you can. And I'm here to tell you guys that it is very much possible, no matter how old you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what business you're in. There's so much money to be made in the world. Guess what, guys? Money is just a tool. It's a tool that's transferred from one party to the other. And let's say you sell something, you get a little bit of money. You're gonna end up saving some of that money. You're gonna end up spending some of that money. And some of that money is then gonna go to a different party who's then gonna do the same thing. So money is constantly recycled. And money is just one of those things that I think we all need to really talk about a little bit more. We all need to sort of understand what it is. And to be quite frank, I just don't think that we talk about it enough. It's kind of like sex, religion. For some reason, people don't feel that comfortable discussing it. This thing helps us in every single part of our life. It helps us, with shelter. It helps us with food. It helps us with our mode of transportation. And the people that don't have enough of this tend to be struggling in the sense that, they don't have the financial freedom to do the things that they want to do. They may not even have enough money for food. And look, we've all been there. When I was in college, I remember days where I didn't have enough money to buy groceries. And I don't want anybody to have to go through that, despite the fact that it is a really great learning experience to really have nothing and then sort of start to make money on your own. But I want to give you guys just some ideas on the best ways to make money in real estate. So we're going to get straight into the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, turn the post notifications on, and let's get straight into the video. So, guys, the best way to make money in real estate. Well, let's be honest, there's so many different ways and there's so many different parts of the real estate business. So you don't have to just be the person that buys and sells properties. You could be in some of the different areas of the industry as well. And right now in our current economy, there are so many transactions occurring on a daily basis, right? People are selling because a lot of people are downsizing due to COVID. A lot of buyers are starting to buy because interest rates are at an all-time low. We're seeing interest rates under 3% again, which is fantastic, right? So that means there's a lot of movement in the market, which means that there's more of an opportunity for people like you and I to really just exploit the industry and try and maximize how much money we can make. And the key is getting into the right deals, right? So let's break down the industry, right? There's so many different parts of the real estate business. There's being a realtor, there's being a lender, and again, there's different types of lenders, right? There's hard money lenders, FHA, conventional, jumbo loans, cash investors. There's so many different types of loans that are available to you. There's the flippers like myself who like to go out, renovate properties, and then sell them for a profit. There's also developers, the people who actually develop the properties, and that's a whole different ballgame, which unfortunately I haven't had the chance to explore too much yet because it takes a lot of capital. But when you're someone that's just starting out, the best way to really go about it is to get into flipping, right? So flipping is one of those things that you can make so much money, and all you have to do is really leverage what's called OPM, or other people's money. And I don't necessarily mean borrowing money from Uncle Rick or your Aunt Jane. I'm talking about going to banks, actual banks who will lend you money, not just $20,000, they'll lend you hundreds and thousands of dollars, provided that you're able to pay them interest, make your interest payments on time. And also a lot of these banks will charge some sort of upfront fees called points. I'm just gonna give you guys the best ways to make money in real estate. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into it, guys. So the best way to make money in real estate, especially when you're starting out, is absolutely getting licensed as a realtor. I think that is the first step that anybody should really take when they're getting into the business. You wanna make sure that you have your license. Now, the great thing about that is it's so easy to actually become licensed because all you have to do is go to a local school, take some of the quizzes and the courses that they offer, pass the state exam, and then after that, you have to figure out which brokerage in your area you wanna actually hang your license with. And the great thing about this is the process only takes about 2 to 3 months. And there's basically no barrier to entry, so it doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, how much money you make, you can get into the real estate business. And that is your key. The key is getting that real estate license, and you can actually renew that license every 4 years. I actually just renewed mine a couple months ago, and now I'm good for January 2024. So the first step, guys, is get your real estate license. If you guys have any questions on how that works, feel free to reach out to me. I also did drop my mentorship program, so definitely go check that. It's down below in the description, and it's gonna be an absolutely amazing program. We're gonna do bi-weekly calls. We're gonna do bi-weekly calls, so twice a week, just discussing real estate, the business, how to get started, business planning, how to generate leads, etc., etc. So that's the first thing, guys, get your real estate license. The second thing is figure out which brokerage you want to actually work for, right? There's so many different types of brokerages out there. There's boutique brokerages, there's luxury brokerages, there's larger corporate brokerages. Some of the examples that I like to use are Coldwell Banker as a corporation, as a more of a corporate broker. You've got Rodeo Realty in Los Angeles, which is more of a luxury broker. You've got Douglas Elliman, which is also a luxury broker, which is the company that I'm with. And then you've got companies like Normand and Associates, which are more boutique and small, right? So you have to kind of figure out what work style you like, what kind of work environment do you want? Do you want to work with a lot of people? Do you want it to be more of a selective group? So that's really a decision you have to make depending on what your work style is. But once you've decided what brokerage you're going to go with, you're basically going to start getting out there, cold calling, emailing. Door knocking is one of those things that people used to do, but now with COVID, it's a little bit more of a touchy situation. So maybe I wouldn't door knock, but you just have to make calls, send emails, and you just have to get your face out there, really. And once you're able to do that, you're able to make a really good amount of money just helping people buy and sell houses. So every time someone uses your services to sell their house, you're going to get paid a commission somewhere between 2 and 3% typically. Or if you're representing a buyer, you're also going to make 2 to 3%. Now the great thing is if you're able to represent both the seller and the buyer of the property, then you can make up to 6%, which is obviously amazing. So on $1 million deal, you'll make about $60,000, which is 3 times this, which is a big stack of cash. So there's a lot of money to be made in real estate. And again, the great thing is everybody needs a place to stay. So there's so much opportunity for anybody, even if you're just 18 years old and just starting out, right? So that's the first option, is becoming a realtor and making money off of the commissions. The second option, which is the one that I have started to now explore, is actually flipping the properties. So the key here is being able to acquire the loan. You have to go to different banks like Civic Financial, Anchor Loans, etc., etc. You could even go Wells Fargo, Chase. You could go the conventional route. And the key is acquiring the loan, making sure that you have good credit, great income to show that you're actually a working individual, and some sort of bank balance. And also, if you have properties and you have assets, it's also a great thing that banks love to see. So the key with flipping is you're going to have access. You're going to be working on finding the deals. So you have to go out and actually look at properties. You have to go find deals that, there's a lot of room to actually improve the property or add value to the property by making renovations, such as, adding granite countertops, or landscaping, or painting the house, or adding new flooring. These are things that you can do as the flipper to then add value to the property, and then you'll actually go and sell that property for higher than you purchased it, and you'll make your money off of the profit. Now the great thing is, if you're also a realtor, is you can actually flip the house, make money on the profit, but also make a commission when you purchase the property and when you actually sell the property. The great thing about being a licensed flipper is you have that advantage. So that's definitely one thing that I would recommend. The other option is you could just be on the lending side. Let's say you don't want to deal with the craziness of buyers and sellers and how people are so indecisive, and you just want to kind of work on the numbers. You just want to work on the finance side. I would highly recommend becoming a mortgage broker, working on the lending side, become a loan officer, and that way you can really start to understand how the finance of real estate works, which is huge and so important to learn no matter what part of the industry you're in. So that's the third option. So guys, the first option is realtor. Second option is becoming a flipper. Third option is actually just becoming a loan officer or a mortgage broker. Guys, the fourth option, and this is just if you have a lot of money, and that is just passively invest in real estate. You can actually give money to flippers and actually become the bank. So you don't have to do any work. You just give the flipper your money to actually purchase the property. You can put what's called a lien on the house to make sure that the property is collateral for your money, and then you'll basically make money in interest payments, or you could actually become a partner in the deal and make money once the flipper actually sells the house. So that's the fourth way, is actually just becoming a passive investor. And the fifth way to actually make money in real estate is actually developing the properties, which, in complete honesty, is definitely the one that is going to take the longest time to achieve, and you sort of have to go through the ranks before you can get to that position of having a track record to actually get a loan to actually build a property. At that point you're dealing with the city and it gets really complicated. So those are the 5 ways to make money in the real estate business, and the best ways that I think that you guys can actually start off your careers in real estate. And that's all I got for this video, guys. I hope this was super helpful. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys hit me up at my email, which is down in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, turn the post notifications on, and make sure you guys check out the mentorship program. It would be greatly appreciated. It's going to be an awesome, exclusive group of people, and I can't wait to get started on that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.